Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, good evening, race fans, and I tell you, we're here. Now, I call this a short track. Some people say it's a big track, but it is a mile track nonetheless. It's Dover. That's right, Dover Downs, Delaware. The Monster Mile, that is. Miles the Monster, and probably one of the biggest races these guys will race on throughout the year, because we're back here with the Vikings Motorsports Crooked Line racing super late models. And this ought to be a good one here tonight, Alex.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Start of the season right here, kicking it off, like you said, at one of the bigger tracks that these guys are going to race at Dover. So I'm kind of pumped to see what we got going this week. Looks like we got a decent-sized field out here too, Joe.
We do, and a lot of guys. I was listening to them through practice and so forth, and it's going to be treacherous. One major thing I took away from what I was listening to was, obviously the tires. This place can chew through some tires, pretty bad. You're going to have to pit. You're not going to make it all the way on fuel. They definitely looking about 60, 66 laps fuel-wise, but tires are going to be a major issue. Another thing, and this was kind of just maybe surprising to some of the drivers, is some of these guys were starting to overheat as they were getting closer to cars. So something these guys might have to keep in the back of their mind.
Right, and you know, and I know is Dover just eats those tires just like you were saying. So that's something that's going to come into factor, I think, a little bit quicker than it usually does at the races we see here at this series, like just basing it off of last season and seeing how we're going about 60 some odd laps on just fuel. And I don't know what they're going to do with that fuel ratio in correlation with that tire wear ratio that they're going to have throughout this race. But overheating is something I wasn't really expecting, so I'm kind of curious to see what we'll see out of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, and it was happening there. Some of the guys were just doing some tests. I mean, again, they were also talking about it could be the fact that during practice, some of these guys were, flat out, racing harder than what you probably would in a race. So that could be a contributing factor to the overheating part too. So we'll just have to see. Something that's going to keep in the back of your mind. But man, Chris Carroll out front, and we know he's fast. Normally we see him coming through the field. Joe already putting him up front. That's crazy. So let's see what happens here. But this place, Dover, not the easiest to get around. The turns, I mean, you're pretty much on a bank the entire time around this whole entire track. Front stretch, back stretch, turns. And the one major thing that you're going to run into coming out of turns here, and you'll see it when we ride along, is the transition between the turn and the front stretch, or back stretch that is, of how it's kind of got a dip to it. Just slightly, but it's enough to get you upset as the car goes. As we get set here, go green flag. You can see right now, Curtis gets a good jump out front, but here comes Carroll along with him. 2x2 all the way through the field. And you're going to see him try to get spread out because that inside lane is going to be kind of slipping and sliding.
Right, and I think that here at this track, contrary to some of the other tracks we're going to see later in the schedule, I think this might be one of the easier of the ones we got ahead of us in regards to passing. Momentum definitely plays in your factor here. Like you said, that banking and how you can just see it right there, how they got that banking a couple degrees there on the backstretch, and definitely in these turns and whatnot. I think that momentum is going to play a huge factor tonight, and I think it'll be a little easier to pass here and there than some of the other tracks we've seen previously and in the future.
Early on it will. Tires wear down kind of quick. Because you can get slick real easy, and we're on it. Almost freight bar. That old freight bar. Bar back here, look like I'm trying to take it 3 wide. That's never a good idea. And he had a little help from behind. Boom. Punch. Go.
Right to the wall. Hello.
Yeah, and this is one of the tracks where, we brought up the term before, self-cleaning. And this is one of these tracks where it is self-cleaning style track. So, I kind of reference back Daytona a lot. And you would think Daytona, everything that would be up on the top would come back down, but normally it goes back up. This track, usually you can stay high because everything kind of washes back down the bottom of the track.
Right, and I like how you bring that up, Joe. Seeing how it's kind of opposite a little bit.
It is.
Definitely like seeing that. It's just a little change. It's like you said, Miles the Monster working his magic.
Physics,
No, it's Miles the Monster working his magic.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, they got that physics stuff, man, and I never understood it. I'm not because I always, what must go up, gotta come down type of dude. But some of these tracks, it's, I guess what goes down can come back up. I mean, if I see that in real life, I'm running.
Oh my God, what's this coming at?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Opposite of gravity, I'm going the opposite way. Let's say that.
Right, and I mean,
Yeah, just saying. What that old saying, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, well, then, this white dude is. Okay, I'm going the other way. I mean, hey, I ain't sleeping in
We
no
are hauling it.
cemeteries. Yeah, I mean, we're not standing around having a conversation. You own your own.
definitely not. He can talk to himself.
Right, there you go. Absolutely.
But I'm definitely seeing, so far going through this field, I'm seeing some different paint schemes from last season.
Oh. We'll have to go through and get maybe kind of spread out here and look at some of the awesome paint jobs they got.
Right, some of them look pretty gnarly. I thought one of them was a OSU one, but I guess it says like CSI or something like that.
Yes. Who is that one?
Curtis? Question mark? Coffee?
Coffee?
Is it coffee?
He's got that's coffee right there. He's got looks
It's
like
one of the two in front of him.
back dues. He's got the get money. He likes his Lexus mobile either way. Kelly be up here in a few, Mom.
Yeah. There's your shout out.
Absolutely. Right now, it's Chris Carroll out front. Like, he's got a new paint job. Used to seeing him in the blue machine.
Right, and that thing looks pretty slick. I like that 99.
Yeah. We'll see how dominant Chris Carroll is. He was dominant last season. And every time we turned around these late models, he was in the back and he just came through the front. Kind of about the only one that found a way to come through the front, so to speak.
Right, somehow he does it. He is a force to be reckoned with, Joe. So We'll see how good he is going to be tonight here at Dover. Because like you said, this is a bigger track than usually we're rocking like a half mile or 3/4 towards the bigger end.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Dover's a little bit bigger than that.
And it's a fast track. I mean, you know, it's got all these banks to it, so it's a really fast mile track. Go back green a little bit. Man, Mettler did not get started, and I checked the field up back there.
Right, and that can just cause havoc. I know sometimes, I mean, you can definitely sling these cars around, but sometimes that is bad news bears right there, Joe.
That's old Ray out of Russo. Look at him come through the field. Now, you see what he's doing right now. He is driving pretty aggressive, using the tires pretty much here. It's good on the short run, but I guarantee if we go on a long green flag run, he is going to chew those tires up coming through the field like he is.
Yeah, I think here in this league, a lot of times we'll say you got to take what you can get on the restarts and kind of attack it for a few laps. See what you can gain, because once you get single file and stretched out like the field already is, just good luck, kind of.
Right,
is how I'm gonna put it.
You're right. I mean, normally on this track here, though, you've got to pretty much take what the track's going to give you. And, I mean, right now, Ray, you can see he's driving that car pretty hard. Problem is, the track's not going to give him too much later on. You can already see old Zach Edwards out front. Now, it's another interesting conversation they were having before the race. Some of the guys were talking about last time they were here, about how nobody wanted to get up and lead because nobody wanted to overdrive the car and use up the tires and get hot or whatever. And maybe that's the game plan of Chris Carroll right here. Say, go on up there, Zach, man, use your stuff up. You can already see the cars getting sideways. I mean, and that's just a product of of this place here. And just what I'm talking about here, we'll ride along here with Carroll. Watch as he comes out of this turn. Watch that kind of hump right there that he has to deal with.
Right, and that thing can definitely throw you off. I remember talking about that little bump they got coming out of 2 right there along that backstretch. They got it even coming out of 4 right there too. You kind of see how the car just jumps up a little bit. It's a little
and it can
bumpy.
instantly put you into the wall too there, Alex. I mean, you're talking about right there, how close they get to the wall. Next thing you know, that wall could kind of like, actually could see. We'll see some guys later on. They'll slap those walls coming out of the turns because it'll actually just throw you up into it.
Right, it absolutely will. And I mean, if you're already down some traction there on your tires and you got some pretty decent tire wear already that's happened to your car, man, just that is a recipe for disaster. So I think we are definitely going to see those Darlington stripes here at Dover.
Go. Coffee says, Kelly out there says that Curtis is in a Rolls Royce. We got caution now. We'll look at him again here. Oh, Steve Sexton. What if he's kin to Joshua Sexton? Oh, just a little contact, send him around. Oh, and there's what I'm talking about. That is a perfect example of self-cleaning. And you see how the other car went low? If it would have went high, guess what? It'd have missed that.
Right, and at that spot in the turn, that's it's not a perfect spot, but that's a spot where if you're going through and you get nudged a little bit, just goodbye.
Yeah.
More times than not. I don't think
I'm
I'm
on the edge here anyways. You're right. I'll agree with you on that one. Trying to get a shot here of Curtis. He said he's in a Rolls Royce.
Oh, that's the one I was
I've never
talking
seen
about.
a Rolls Royce late model. $5, I guess.
That's oil money,
Yeah. There you go.
like Rockefeller.
Yeah, you already got the Lexus.
Where's that? Oh, is that coffee right there?
Coffee, yeah, coffee. He always
Lexus.
See the front end of it. Lexus. The only reason I know that is because my wife got one.
Aha. It's just a glorified Toyota right there, Joe.
Very much. High-end Toyota.
Yeehaw.
Luxury machine.
Quote.
Bet you didn't know
unquote.
this, though, fact, though. The new Supra, the chassis and engine is actually a BMW built.
You know, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why they suck right now. I got a buddy of mine who works at a buddy of mine. He's worked at Toyota for like 30 years now, and he's a SE technician, master technician. There's one of the head guys. He knows all that stuff, and he was telling me one day about it. You know, he's like, "Yeah, man, those things come in." He says that's why they got a lot of problems. I hear you. But it is. They got a collaboration, Toyota and BMW, and that's the new Supra. Chassis and engine and all is actually built by BMW. It's part. I think the Z series is what it is. I don't know. It's one of their series that BMW had. But yeah,
Nah, I
Lexus
didn't know
is
that.
Lexus though. Lexus is high-end Toyota.
But
Very good cars. Very good.
I've never liked the German engineering.
You know, I don't want to get too far off subject, but I like BMWs. I really do. But the problem is they are the most unreliable cars around. And I loved my X5. Actually, I just got rid of my one, and I had an 07. I loved that year. And a lot of creature features. Really loved the car and all. But they have so many problems. They're just so unreliable. But when they run, man, ain't nothing like it. They run great. Problem is getting them running. That's the problem.
Right.
My advice, if you're going to buy one, you buy it new or lease it. And then that way you can trade it in as soon as the warranty starts to run out. Because you definitely want the warranty. There you go. Unless you got the pocketbook that doesn't handle it, then don't worry about it.
Right, I remember back in the old days when I used to work in the oil change shop, and change the oil on that thing was interesting.
Yeah, expensive. A lot of them are expensive nowadays. Right? I'll tell you what, good one so far. These guys out here trying to tackle this monster mile. Right now, Miles is winning on some of these guys, but Zach out front's been leading pretty good. Now, these cautions here, if he's using up that car a little bit, might help him some. And, you know, we want to get, we're kicking off the season here for the Five Kings Motorsports Crooked Line Racing. Late models here. If you're looking for a great league, check out the guys at Crooked Line Racing and Five Kings Motorsports. Check those guys out. But, yeah, kicking this season off, we got the late models tomorrow night. Those are been going on. The season has been going on really well for that one. As we're about halfway through on it. Been interesting so far. But these late models here, different kind of breed, and good little field so far. Enjoy it. Let us know who your favorite drivers are out there.
So I'm looking on the website as this league is getting started back up here for, I believe this is season 6.
Yeah.
Every race is going to be 125 laps?
Yes. What it was last time.
Oh. Where was I the whole time when we were up here, man?
Man, I don't know. You know, I know you got, your fiance and all that, so you're like love struck. I got you.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, these guys here are getting racy. Trying to get what they can get. Coffee got a little sideways, and yellow flag. Mark Lewis. Back on the replay, see what happened. If you had a little help, they were side by side back here. Yep. That little love tap sent him around, had a car up on the wall. He slams the inside wall, though.
That was a big old jolt off the wall right there, Joe.
Yes, it was. Ellie said, love the Supras. I don't like them. I think they're ugly. But, hey, I do like Lexus.
Let's agree to disagree.
Yeah, some people like them. I mean, yeah. That's what you like. No.
They did, though, just win that Xfinity championship. The Super did.
Yeah, well, that don't count. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Toyota also doesn't make a V8 Camry, but they got one in NASCAR.
Stock car racing.
Yeah. They'll change it to a modified stock car racing. That's what they need to change.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we got our Five Kings Motorsports Crooked Line Racing here. Super late models, though. But all Zach Edwards out front. And he might be enjoying some of these cautions because it might be helping on that tire wear just a little bit. And fuel.
Absolutely, it does help with fuel. And, I mean, as he's brushing up there against the pace car. But I think this helps his situation with Carroll being behind him. I always like to think Carroll is a great long run kind of guy.
And I think right now he's just biding his time. Kelly out there talking about, I drive a 350Z. What?
A Nissan?
Fast mama out there. I hear you. Got a sports car. Don't feel bad. My wife loves her. No, but she's got a Mustang GT also, but she don't drive it a lot. But my wife does have it.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, that's all right. What is that called? Midlife crisis thing, I guess. I don't know.
Can I have one of those yet?
Man, you ain't even in midlife.
Depends on who you ask. And the time era.
You plan on kicking over, man, by the time you get 40?
Nah. I want to live till I'm 103.
Yeah,
so I can be alive
come on,
with 3
man.
different centuries.
Anybody don't know, Alex was still in his early 20s, you know.
I'm 24. I turned 25 in February, so.
Well, that's early 20s.
Yeah, we're more towards the middle of the pack.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm on the south end heading towards 50. How's that?
So you're in your early 40s.
No, I said south end.
Yeah, south is lower.
Yeah, well, like, upper end of it, whatever. I don't know, man. Come on. Then you get old, you can't remember.
Kill him with confusion.
There you go. Hey, I can do that.
I definitely can.
Maybe that's what Zach's got in mind up there. Kind of confuse him a little bit. I'm going to be fast early on here and slow down later in the race. We'll see what happens. You see Carroll back there behind him. He's got his own game plan. Curtis hanging on the third. Coffee up fourth. Russo right there in the fifth place. I got Christian Pittman out here in sixth. Watch out for him. He's a fast guy, too. Joshua Sexton there in seventh. Brandon Mettler in eighth. Brad Carpenter in ninth. And Jimmy Buddett. What? Jimmy K in 10. Leave it at that.
Jimmy K.
I hear you, Kelly. Well, I did just give me a truck, and I like my truck. Got a Hemi in it.
So does that mean you got a Ram?
That's right.
I was looking at those earlier today, actually.
All truck, dude.
Meow.
Green flag, green flag.
Is that not how it sounds?
Green flag. We're back racing here at Dover. All right, see if Miles is going to calm down. You store up a few machines on the back here, see what these guys are doing. You got Chris Chase Pierce back here in the back. Tanner Marr way back here in the back. He was the one that was talking earlier. I think he said he won one of these races here at Dover. Let's see what he can do coming up through the field, because he's back here in 13th right now. Oh, and by the way, all the cars with the MF are the Five Kings Motorsports truck.
That's what I remember from last season. That's kind of what I was thinking earlier when we were kind of just panning over a little bit, and I saw those two back to back. So I'm pretty sure those are the Five Kings guys.
They are. And I think it's MF Designs is what that stands for.
I believe I remember talking about this sometime last season.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, they all rock it, so.
Oh, yeah. That's a cool paint job on Keith Mack. I like that fluorescent style purple there. It kind of sticks out.
Ooh, purple's my favorite color, so you know I like it.
It actually looks kind of cool. It's kind of like a... Well, it kind of jumps out at it.
Yeah, it is. It's unique.
He's got the Coney setup shop there on his top kid. Got some good sponsors here too in the league. I mean, along with Five Kings Motorsports, you've got Butt Kicker out here, Coney Setup Shop, Bam Racing videos. Check those guys out on YouTube.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow out. Oh, see right there, 31 machine. Brad Carpenter.
Lots of smoke.
Oh, and Pittman involved. Let's go back on the replay, see what happened. See, Carpenter right there by himself, so I'm not sure if maybe he was just wrong place, wrong time. Pittman's right there. He goes to the inside, he's in that 14 machine. Oh, the car in front of him just got sideways. Pittman nowhere to go. And then Carpenter came in there with a full head of steam. Boom.
Yeehaw, a bunch of stuff happening right there.
Yeah, wow. Like an accordion effect.
And the 2 leaders stay out.
Yeah, several coming in. Coffee, Sexton, Mettler, a lot of Russo, Lewis, Bell, Pittman, Carpenter. Top 4 stay out right now. And actually, even Jason Day, who came in at 17, Tanner at 17, they just got fuel. A lot of those guys just got fuel early on. Let's see. You know what?
What?
Bring it.
Oh, tight.
Tanner, Joe in the booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you, Joe.
Man, all right. I know y'all were talking earlier on in this race, but how you feeling so far? I mean, you're back there in 6th. Are you kind of taking it easy, or what's your game plan here?
Oh, absolutely. Just taking it easy right now, Joe. I mean, we qualified, I think, 9th, something like that. And that first quick caution went down and just basically had an excuse to go to the back, let all these guys burn their stuff up, and maybe try to be there at the end. We can only go about 60 laps on fuel, so we know we got another stop coming regardless.
What is I know y'all were talking about the overheating problem. Is that still an issue right now?
It is very much, very, very, very much an issue. If you come out here and you stay behind somebody pretty close, like within a car length, for about 2 laps, you're going to start noticing it.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, you're looking good. You got a strong car. You got something that can pull it off here tonight?
I'm hoping we I hope we play the strategy right. I think this is not going to come down to who's the fastest. It's just going to come down to who saves their tires for the end.
Well, I'll tell you what, good luck out there, Tanner.
Thank you, Joe.
There we go. It's a little bit bigger track. We can kind of get maybe an idea. A couple guys here. Normally it's a smaller track. We're not able to get a hold of anybody. So by the time we do the replay, we're boom, back green.
Right, but here they got a little bit of extra time going around, so we're going to bounce on it when we can.
And you heard him right there talk about the overheating issue. So that's probably why a lot of these guys are holding off, not, trying to, all out to the front. Kind of biding their time a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of riding cool and making sure that you're getting all that. Just making sure you're not overheating too much, because you don't want to play the, oh, hey, I'm overheating, let me slow down. I'm overheating, let me slow down. I don't think that's really an ideal way to go about this race. So some of those guys being smart about it, just kind of being a little conservative with it, I think that's a good play.
There you go. Getting set to go back green. Going to double them up here over tonight here. Kicking off the season, the 5 Kings Motorsports, Crooked Line Racing.
I don't know why for a second I thought that last restart they did was single file.
It's been a double.
I don't know where my mind's at.
Maybe.
I like seeing this big of a turnout, though, at the race. These guys do a pretty good job getting a decent amount of guys out here, and you can see it just as a pretty tight field right here, so we'll see what these guys bring. Is Edwards bringing them off. Turn 4, ready to take the green.
Green flag, green flag.
And he gets a good jump out front.
Usually you see...
What was it? Branham?
I was about to say it.
Branham?
Yeah.
Trantham. I'm going to say Trantham. I don't know. What the his name was. We talked about that overheating. You see right there, Chris Carroll. I mean, he's close enough that we're probably feeling that, feel that effect. But these top 2, boy, they're gone. Here comes Carroll to outside, inside. He's going to try to take the lead.
Right, here he is just on the inside like you were just saying. And usually you see him get those pretty big jumps off the start. And now here he is battling for that lead with Edwards up here. And looks like here in a second he's going to secure that position, and he does. We'll see if Edwards just lets him go or if he stays there with him. He's not letting him go just yet, though.
No, his eye is going to stick right there on his back bumper. Meanwhile, behind him, you see a freight train of cars. Got one up there on the top side. It looks like Jason Raymond. Oh, God, he's flirting with that wall there a little bit coming out of the turn.
Right, and if you could... I feel like that's kind of what we're going to see, that with that hump, too, coming out of the turn, yeesh. If you're not ready for it, ugh, it'll come up to bite you like we were talking about earlier.
Good looking machine, still parallel out front in this one. Frank Barb's been able to bounce back. Remember he spun earlier? Got in the wall. He's up 13th. Not a bad move on his end.
Is he still rocking that Ninja Turtle looking thing?
Well, it is black and green.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle thing to me.
Yeah. Looks like a Ninja Turtle. Well, he's out there trying to nunchuck. Well, Lewis right now tearing out the back end there of Sexton. And battle up front here. Edwards is blinking a little bit, so connection issue.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he had to give up the lead.
Definitely could be playing a factor, because that was a pretty big blink, that last one.
Yeah, I think race control eventually will have him pull off or something. I can see right there. That could have an impact. He can blink right in front of a car, and next thing you know, boom. He's going to have to pull off here soon.
Right, I don't think anybody, I mean, if you blink and you come back, somebody else might be in your car with their car. So, that's always.
Hey, that guy, man, lives where I live. Chase Pierce.
You know Chase Pierce?
I don't know Chase Pierce, but I know Lexington, North Carolina. Because that's where I'm from.
It sounds like a pretty big town.
No, it's not. Lexington, city-wise, is not. Davidson County, the county that it's in, kind of. I mean, you can look it up on Google Maps. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool, man. And actually, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold up.
Top hat. Oh, hold up a minute. Top Hat Comics. I know where that's at. That's where I get all my model stuff from. I might talk to him.
A revelation.
Yeah. Because it is kind of cool. Let me give you a little thing on the Top Hat comic thing. It's a comic book store in Lexington, North Carolina. And, you know, they have models. They have a lot of the high-end style figures. I don't know if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, like, you know, really detailed style figures. Superheroes and stuff like that. But mostly started out as comics. Been there for several years. And but they do, they have actually on Wednesday night, and you see Coffee trying to tear the wall down. Wow. Well, that was a good save. I had to give him that. But on Wednesday nights, they actually have like 5 simulators there, and they run a set of Corsa. And they have on Wednesday nights, you can come in and they have like it's a race night there. So that is kind of cool.
Heck yeah. That sounds pretty gnarly.
So I did not know that. That is kind of cool to see out there, because I have told many a times that that guy, that's what I do. So maybe I need to pick up with him and run a sponsor on the channel.
That'd be pretty cool.
No doubt. Coffee right now, he is sliding that machine around.
Well, he got in that scrap up there with the wall. He wanted to climb it like it was a ladder, but he came back down real fast.
Absolutely. coffee right now, looking strong.
Yeah, he don't look too bad where he's at.
Now,
He's got Tanner Marr right behind him.
yeah, Tanner's actually been doing good. Remember what Tanner said earlier? He just wants to bide his time, be patient, see what these guys will do.
Yellow flag is out.
Let them burn up the stuff. And, oh, Keith Mack around the back here. Let's see. Replay white. Ah, I'll mess up that pretty pink job. See, he's right there by himself. Oh, just lost it, and then the guy behind him couldn't get woed up in time.
Excuse me, sir. Get out of my way.
Yeah. You know, since I saw that, gotta bring up Chase.
Do it.
Gotta talk. Chase, Joy in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Man, all right. Just found out that you're in my neck of the woods. When I brought
Really?
up your driver thing, it said hometown, Lexington, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's where I'm from. And I said, hey, I know that place. I said, cool. And then I noticed on your hood, I know where Top Hat Comics is, by the way.
Yeah.
That's in town. And I go there a lot. I like that place. So,
You do.
that is awesome, man. That is awesome.
That
So,
is.
The first time I've seen that been out here. Actually, I've talked to the owner of that place a couple times because I know they do some sim stuff themselves there. But
I run in them.
okay, cool. Yeah, I broadcast on that night, so I'm not able to get out there and do it. I know he's talked about it a couple times, but awesome little shop, awesome little sponsor. But how's your car feeling tonight?
Feels good. She's loose. That is for sure. Dover ain't my most favorite track.
How you think you got what's going to take to be there towards the end?
I think if we play our cards right, play taking tires right, we will.
Man, I tell you what, you're looking smooth out there, and like I say, man, it's good to see you, man, hometown guy. And you know, I always say, you run up there to the Red Donut, get you some donuts, then you go over there, man, and get you some good models and comics. There you go.
That's right.
Well, good luck out there, Chase.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. There's old Chase, so good to see. Guys been close in. Right now, it's all Chris Carroll out front.
Anybody out here from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, let me know. I'm feeling
Oklahoma.
out. I don't think
nobody
I've
want to
seen-
be from Oklahoma.
Hey,
I mean, I don't know.
it's not that bad.
We'd have to go through the field and see. Not everybody has their thing filled out, though.
Maybe they should fill it out.
True. Now we're getting close to pit stops here. It's going to be interesting. I mean, we've had a few cautions here to kind of set it up. And remember, some of these guys pitted at, the last one, lap 30, 17. So I think that's extended that 66 lap window out, maybe a little further to maybe, let's say, I'm going to say maybe 70, 75, let's say.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you think some of these guys are just going to one pit it?
I think you can. I mean, tires right now, even though they are a factor, these cautions have helped, kind of keep them up underneath. And then obviously the fuel, well, some of these guys come in and have topped off with fuel like Tanner talked about earlier. He took it upon himself at lap 17 to come in, put some fuel in, so he's in the good. But you've got the top two guys who have yet, Carroll and Cody Trantham. I hope I said his last name right, but they have yet to make any kind of pit stops yet. So they're definitely going to have to make one eventually.
Right, and I think Carroll's usual game plan is to split it in half. That's usually what he does.
Yeah. Now, my other thing here is you got Joshua Sexton here at lap 51 who has pitted. Mark Arthur, Bell, a lot of those guys in the back are pitted at 51, 52. Can they make it all the way? That'll be another interesting thing to look at.
Well, with how these cautions have been playing out, I think it might be in the playing cards.
All right.
Green, green, green.
Carroll gets a good jump out front. You see Coffee and company back here with Tanner. They're going to go door to door. Got Chase right there in front of them. Everybody try to get single file fast as they can. Don't want to stay on that inside lane too long. They stay down there too long, you're going to tear up those tires.
Right, I feel like kind of running in the middle here is kind of your best bet when it comes to that. And we've already seen that bump at the end of the turn kind of come in and bite some people and send them up into the wall or get them a little loose or something like that. So there you can see a good view of these guys in front of them. Always like this view, kind of see a little bit what they can see and just kind of watch how these different guys in front of you are racing. So
He's from Phoenix City. I'm not sure where that's. Where's that from, Kelly? You're pulling for Curtis. Where's Phoenix City at? Where's that? Phoenix? I'm gonna take a gander. I don't know. The same thing Coffee is? Nah, he's in Georgia. Oh.
McDonough, Georgia.
You know, and here's the thing. I look at that picture. I mean, it's so small, I can't see, but from the angle I see it, it almost looks like he's got his hand up there like he's thinking about something.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's almost like he's in a thought process, so Alex trying to think about how to get this car around the track maybe a lot faster. Is that what that is, Kelly? Good battle going on back here. And look at Christian Pittman coming back through the field, motoring it up through there. Got in that wreck earlier. Pittman don't have a sponsor on the car. We need to put one on there.
Right, and I believe they do have one fast fix.
They do. Yes, they do.
So utilize it when/if you need to. And
Absolutely.
come back. Kind of like Pittman is doing a good job bouncing back so far. We'll see how much more he can get as he's knocking at that 7th place back of Curtis right there.
Ah, okay. Well, Kelly says near Columbus that they are friends from racing Bandalos together. Oh, Bandalos together. Oh, okay, cool. How's that work?
What's a Bandalos?
It's a real life. It's kind of like a dirt track sprint style car. I think. I don't know. Look it up. Google. Hey, like I tell my youngest one, he comes in and asks me questions all the time. So you got the world in your fingertips. Go look it up.
Well, isn't it reassuring that I'm asking you instead of just assuming
It's a
that you
real
don't
race
know?
car. How's that?
Okay.
I don't know. Kelly told me what it was one time and I forgot, basically.
Well,
I know it's a
race
shorter
car.
form car. It's a shorter, kind of open wheel style car. It's like a introductory style league, almost like something you would see like with these cars here. Late model series is your entry style series to getting into the bigger stuff, whatnot. Good battle back here. Check this out. Zach Edwards, remember he pitted on that lap 52. Caution, Mark Lewis. Want to replay, see what happened to him. Feeling just overdrove the turn, yep. That's easy to do here.
Miles the Monster bites again.
Oh, yeah, Miles got out there and just pushed the back of his car a little bit.
That dude is ruthless tonight.
He is. Man.
Maybe he didn't get no dinner.
Well,
Taking it now.
true. Yeah, who can we talk to now? Coffee. Alex, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, I tell you what, you got that Lexus mobile looking good, and I noticed you just didn't pit right there, so what's the strategy?
Oh, I stopped for fuel earlier, and I was going to just top off just to make it to the end and have the option to take the tires or not later, but I accidentally took my tires earlier, around lap 30 something, so here we are, staying out.
All right, well, I tell you, looking strong. You got the car to beat. Think you can hang on to it?
I'm going to give it all I got. I'm getting a little loose. I think I got some right rear damage that may have affected me a little bit, but I was feeling pretty good on that last run, so I'm going to see what I got right here.
It was always good luck out there. Mom, she's definitely rooting for you.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, get back down there in his room. He was in room 3. That's right. So it's the asphalt leads into the legend cars. They're kind of like smaller.
Well, now I know.
And he brought up a good point. He said he already used his set of tires early. That's probably going to affect him as this race goes on. Now, these cautions, obviously we wanted to go green the entire way, but these cautions here could help him.
They could, especially with tire wear and being able to cool them down a little bit and just not put as much strain on them. So definitely helps him with fuel too. If he wants to try and stretch, this definitely will help out in his favor.
Yeah, because they only get one set of tires. So that's something else to bring up. So that brings about that splitting it halfway deal. So it's not like an infinite set of tires. Once you take that set, that's it.
Aha! That makes the chess game even more of a chess game.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go. I'm starting in the chess game chat again.
All right. Sounds just what it takes.
But
Setting it back up here.
I think that's pretty interesting. I thought they had 3 sets last season, didn't they?
I
don't remember, but I'm looking at the rules right now.
There you go. Definitely makes it interesting. Yeah. Coffee gets a good jump, so we go back green. You got Mettler there behind him, battles on with Edwards. There's another guy who was dominating earlier. You got Mark Arthur right there with him. Chase Pierce. Batarusa in 6th. Jason Day 7th. Carroll. We'll see if Carroll's going to be able to come back through the field. Keith Mack and John Curtis round out top 10.
So you could tell that there's a difference with the new tires versus old tires. I mean, you always can.
Oh,
but a lot of times, what I see here in this league is that those new tires don't really stick as long as. Yeehaw, we got someone riding the wall.
I saw that back there. But that's the point you bring up. Yes, normally the tires neutralize so fast. Now at a track like Dover, though, and this is kind of unique to what we talk about a lot. But a track like Dover, yes, the tires will definitely manage to see full contact between Edwards and Coffee, and then there Edwards going blinking again.
Uh-oh.
Hit him so hard, knocked his router out almost.
I mean, yikes.
Yellow flag is out.
That's a powerful car you got there,
car
Mr.
almost
Coffee.
around the back. Who was that? Bataruso? I'll go on the replay here and see. Oh, it kind of in the back just a little bit. Got it way high there. Still watching here. You had a little help. Ooh, little contact. Good save. Real good save.
He was running a pretty good spot too, so because that was Carroll right in front of him, who's in 6th place right now. Just got a little excited there and got sent. Sent up the track. Miles the Mouser strikes again.
Absolutely. All right, let's see. Let's see Edwards out here. Edwards still having that blanket problem.
I guess so. He's been at it for a while.
Tanner's out. Oh, he was in the pit. He's in the pit. Coming in for fuel. That's crazy.
I wonder why. I'm
Well,
trying to
I mean,
find it.
I would have thought he had enough to make it all the way.
I'm trying to find Edwards in the
Yeah, he's not in it yet.
roster. I don't even see him on the roster.
I mean, on the roster. Oh, he might be new.
That's true.
All right. Been a good race so far, though, to open it up here.
As it has, these guys have been beating and banging each other all night out here
Just
on the
wondering
track.
how long Edwards is going to be able to hang on, because that blinking up there's bad, and definitely don't want to cause a wreck, because and it won't be, I don't want to say any fault of his own. I mean, it's not something he'd do intentionally, but he could blink out, and then next thing you know, blink back in, and another guy be right there, kind of side of him or inside of him, and boom, wreck. Be called.
And we got some problems.
Yep. Getting hungry.
Oh, what you want?
I don't. Fat anyway, so whatever I eat's gonna make me fatter.
Rotisserie chicken or some of that ham and grilled pineapple.
Yeah, we talked about that last night. Yeah, hammy ham, green flag. Put the hammer down. Still, Zach gets a good jump out front. He's got Coffee, Pierce, Arthur there with him. Strong, and you see Edwards is just going to bail. I think that connection's just unfortunate too, because he has a bad fast machine here tonight. Just that connection is just not working with him. Now you got Coffee out front. Can he hang on and win this thing?
I don't know. Carroll's already up there in third, slicing his way through, but is his...
Look at the lap times. Yeah, let's look at lap time, because I know what you're about to bring up is the tires falling off enough. And
You know me
last
so well.
lap. Now, Carroll could be saving too. That's another thing. Carroll, remember, these guys been out here, don't want to run wide open because they could fall off later in the run. So, Coffee ran a 23.68. Pierce ran a 23. Well, now it just changed. So Coffee ran a 23.79. Chase ran a 23.78. That's a 100 difference. And Carroll ran a 23.89. So Carroll could be saving a little bit as the caution's out. Ray Russo.
Again.
Oh, look, they got a little bump. And then just went up the track. Got obliterated.
These outside walls are ruthless.
There you can
Tonight.
see, man, just a pile up.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, it has been terrible. Now, at some point, Carroll is going to have to push the envelope. I think he's saving.
I think too it's going to benefit him on this restart, starting second row on the inside.
Yeah.
I think it's going to play pretty well for him right here.
Does he want to be aggressive on this starter? Does he want to kind of just hang back like he was doing? Remember this, talking about, you know, the overheating issue, the tire issues they've been having. So it's yeah.
Right, we'll see. I mean, I kind of think it'd probably be the smart play to just kind of hang on and just hang out kind of where you're at. You're in a good spot. You're in third place right now.
Absolutely.
But also, I can see the argument where you're like, oh, let me get around these clowns in front of me or whatever.
Well, you know, and if he is, you know, kind of being patient, which is, I'm going to go and say he probably is, then I'm going to say around lap 100, maybe 105 is when he starts making that move towards him. Or we'll start seeing at that time the guys in front, if they're pushing, they might start falling off the pace then at that point. And we know Coffee, he's got the longest running tires. Now, Pierce pitted at lap 65 with Carroll, so he's got even tires. So that might be the man he's going to have to really look at, along with Curtis behind him, also pitted at 65. A lot of the guys behind him. So Coffee is the one up there right now. He pitted at lap 31. He's going to have to go a long way.
He definitely is. And with these guys behind him, man, I don't know. These cautions are helping him, though.
Yeah, and I just thought about that there, Allison. He pitted at 31. I mean, he got tires, obviously filled it up with fuel. That's 95 laps, 90 laps, so to speak.
Yeah, that's stretched pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the cautions. Yes, they will help tremendously, but you're going to have to be shutting it off, saving a massive amount of fuel. Problem with being out front like he is, he's not saving any fuel while he's out front because he's not far enough in the lead to save fuel. I mean, Pierce is right there on his back bumper, so he can't really save during that time. The caution's the only time he can. He's talking about saving 20 laps of fuel. I don't know. I don't think he can.
No, I don't. I think 20 laps is way too long to be able to save fuel for that much, man. I don't even know how you can do it at any level.
He's going to have to pit. Yeah, he's going to have to come in pit road. I don't think he can make it. If he does, hey, he's got some magic can in that thing.
Which I don't. If he's got some of that, I want some in my car.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm with you. I mean, if he got something to get that kind of fuel mileage, please, I want to put that in my truck because, you know, it only gets like 15 miles a gallon. Maybe 20 on the highway. That's about it.
Well, we're stacking back up, ready to go green here.
Yes, we are. So we'll be interested in how this plays out. Kelly, what do you think out there? You think he's got enough? I don't think he's got enough to make it all the way. I think he's going to have to pit. And the problem with when he pits is he's not going to have that option to take a set of tires. And he's going to have to, He's a gambler. How many cautions have been? Scott, that's a good one. And you know, that is one thing that I probably need to ask SDK about on my ticker and all that I don't know where to find. And that's a really good question, by the way. Really.
Green.
But here we go, back green, Joe. Looks like Coffee. I mean, Carroll, like I said. Uh-oh.
Larry Bell.
Uh-oh.
Steven Sexton in the back here. See what happens.
I wonder if he and Joshua are related. Oh,
Car upside down.
Whoa. Flip-flop, flippity-flop. Do the wobble. And they took out the pit road cone. Yes.
It did. Hey. I look good. I'll give him that.
Stuck the landing, both of them. 10 points across the board.
That's the,
But now Carroll on the outside of the front row. Inches, I think Coffee might be coming down. Might be his time.
all right, I just asked them over there on the ticker side if there was any way to find that information out for y'all, because I do not see that. You know, I've got a world of information, laps, IR, best lap, last lap, their speeds, top speeds, you know, their pit, when they pitted, total pit time, all that stuff.
Oh, I thought Coffee was definitely coming down. He was riding low. Maybe he's just trying to take the shortest way around the track by hooking that apron earlier.
Right. Oh. You know what, Kelly? Good eyes. Hey, Kelly found it for me. There it is, 9th caution. And Kelly first said a bunch. But then, never mind. Yeah, you know what? That's sad. I've never really been there all that time. And wow. Hey, leave it to the women. They show us the way.
Can't live without him, Joe.
Well, we could.
I'm only saying that because,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
But you're all right. Yeah, there you go. There's the info. It's 9th caution. Not too bad. I mean, short track race.
How many caution laps are we running? 4 or something?
Well, it looks like.
Kind of thinking 4. Lights are still on.
They do have that option if there's an admin in here to shorten that down a little bit if they want it. It's kind of out there. Can't live with them either. I've been with mine for over 20 years, so there you go. I've been trying to tell Alex up here. He's about to get married himself, so.
Sometime, someday.
Well, they just bought a house. Didn't you just buy a house?
I'm renting it.
Well, yeah, got a house. Right?
Yeah, potato.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look. Once she brings her dog over, it's a done deal.
Even if I don't like it?
You don't like the dog?
Well, there are 2 here, and one of them I do, and one of them not as much.
Oh, I got 4 dogs.
You want another one?
No, I just actually got one. Actually, at 4 years old. Its owner
That's how
passed
old this one
away.
is.
Yeah, his owner passed away. It's a Boston Terrier. I love Boston Terriers because I've got a Boston Terrier I bought when he was a puppy. She was a puppy then. Yeah, so, but this one was, the owner passed away, so we took him. The groomer that we go to, because I got a Pekingese and a French Bulldog. Yeah. Frenchie! Hey, little Frenchie. Come on, butt. We're going single file. That's going to help Coffee out here. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, with Carroll being where he's at with the difference in tires between these two, just
Yeah, but does he push it yet? Is now the time to push it and try to get up there, or do you? I mean, remember you got Pierce right there behind him on the same set of tires. So how much does Pierce get up there and push?
You know, if I'm Pierce right now, I'd probably be just riding right in the tire tracks of Carroll.
Problem with that is, remember that overheating?
That's true. As you see him
Yeah.
duck down a little bit.
Yeah, remember they were talking about that earlier. Within a car, a half a car length, cars want to tend to start overheating. So if he sticks up on that bumper too much, he could end up blowing that motor up.
After
And
how
the same
short
thing with
of
Carroll
a,
too, behind Coffee. So you got to remember that.
after how short of a time period though before they
Doesn't
start
take long.
experiencing that?
From my understanding, now again, I'm not in the car, so I don't know. From my understanding, it don't take long within a lap.
That's pretty fast. That is
You
pretty
see
quick.
Coffee
That's
right
a-
now giving Carroll a hard time.
Yeah, not budging, holding his own here on the outside.
Pinch him down a little bit. Make it hard for him, but Carroll ultimately going to make that pass on him. Oh, now he got a little bump run on him.
Uh-oh. I ain't done yet.
You can do that on this track. It is small enough to do a bump and run. But it is
Oh,
a
and-
fast style track, and then, usually you're going to get in trouble by doing it. Now, Pierce wants to get around Coffee as fast as he can. Don't want to let Carroll get too far ahead.
Right, I don't think Pierce has got to try and latch on a little bit, see if he can get back up there with Carroll, but
Comes Curtis.
I don't know,
Lane's working
Coffee's-
pretty good.
yeah, Coffee's still holding his own against these guys that got some of those way newer tires.
That's got
Looks
his
like he bounces the
broadcast. My wife don't really watch too much, man.
Same boat here.
Yeah, my wife don't watch too much. Usually, though, she is in the other room. She hears everything I say. But I don't care. She ain't here right now, so there you go.
Haha.
Coffee falls back to fourth. Curtis and Pierce able to get around. You got Jason Day hanging on to fifth. Pittman moving back up to the field. He's up to sixth place spot. And then Edwards, he got his blinking issue taken care of and back up to 8. And that's bad on Edwards' part because he had a fast machine all night long. Just that connection problem has just really been a thorn in his side.
Right, I think that definitely can just cause some unnecessary problems, not just for yourself, but other guys, like we brought up a couple times. If you blink and someone appears in your trunk, in your hood, and your cars are just linked together, like, good night.
Oh, yeah. Good
Or
battle
right in
right here
front of
around fifth
someone.
and sixth place spot.
All right, this is Coffee. You got Dave. This is from Pittman right here looking in. As you can see, Coffee still riding that high line.
Yeah, it's just all his tires right there. And, oh, and he smacks the wall.
He ate that wall.
Wow.
Took a big old chomp out of it.
Yeah, it's just basically his tires right now giving up on him. And there's really not a lot he can do at this point.
He can't do much given what he's got currently. I mean, he's got, what, 27 laps left?
Absolutely. Carroll out front leading. Pierce right there in second. Curtis in third.
Do they got enough to get up there to Carroll? 'Cause I
Unless
feel
they're
like
saving right now and Carroll's just running that thing hard. I mean, we probably won't be able to tell here until maybe the next, I'm going to say at least 10, 15 laps or so. But it is
Right,
Carroll.
that you said it. I mean,
I hate to say it that way, but every time I turn around and once he gets up front, it's just like I don't know how he does it. Pittman going up underneath here, trying to take it away from Day.
All right, there he goes. Makes that pass. Makes it look pretty clean.
It was. Good move on his end.
That bland white paint scheme. Sponsorless.
Yeah.
Currently, paint scheme.
Jason Raymond having a good run. He's up to 6th. Kelly there. I know she always face palms, man. Like, oh, good grief. Oh, man. And, it's just, it's becoming a thing that, man, it's bad on Coffey's end. He has great runs, and then towards the end, him and the wall just kind of just don't get along.
Nah, it usually doesn't work out in his favor when it comes to the fight with the wall.
No.
I really don't think it ends in anybody's favor, really, if you think about it.
Nah, Tanner right now, he's trying to see if he can't climb back a little further in the top 10. He's in 10th place at the moment. Just not been able to kind of bounce back. Although he pitted for fuel back in lap 72, he's maybe hoping some of these guys run out. Caution! Jimmy K. What happened to him? Carlos a little sideways and he lost. Go. All right, so you're the top runners. What do you do?
Nah, stay out.
Oh, yeah. At this point, why not?
I would. He did a good job of
everybody
keeping
at this
it off
point's
the
pretty
wall.
much used their one set of tires, so there's no tires left.
Right, and with the cautions we had, we're under our 10th caution right now. I don't think, with the cautions we've had, that fuel is going to be the biggest of issues. Maybe you got a couple guys out here that got to really think about it, but with these guys rolling up front, I don't really see it being too much of an issue.
I mean,
But who knows?
yeah. All right, it's all Carroll out front. So now if you're sitting in Chase's, Pierce is right there. What do you do?
Press him hard on this restart. Try and fight for that position.
Oh, Curtis, don't get up underneath.
You never know.
Rolls Royce to victory lane. Got your money on Curtis now. Okay. Well, Curtis looks good and he's in a good position. A couple things I had to bring up here. One, Carroll's going to be a tough guy to get around. That's just all it is to it on that end. Two, do you get up there and kind of rattle his cage a little bit? I mean, you got to get him to make a mistake. I mean, as long as he stays like he is, it's going to be tough.
And something you touched on it earlier, and it is definitely not off the table. Bump and run. We're nearing the time.
And even with the bump and run, you've got to be careful. I mean, it's a high-speed track. You can take the risk of, turning him.
Right, and then who knows? That wall shoots him back down and just causes mayhem behind you. But I definitely think some of these guys are in a good position to capitalize. I mean, Pittman now is closer. He's in 4th place right now. So he's closer to the front, obviously, than when they were stretched out. There he is outside row 2. You got Day with him inside row 3 right there. Those guys have been having a pretty good night themselves. So we'll see.
Let's see as it doubles up here. I mean, now this actually, now this is kind of smart on Carroll's part. Put Pierce on the top because he's hoping Curtis gets up underneath him and they battle. That way he can just ride off into the sunset.
And usually when that happens, bye-bye, Mr. Carroll.
Yeah, yeah. That's just something crazy, transpires. Which could.
I mean, absolutely can. We've seen some crazy things.
Not a given. I mean, we know Carroll's fast, but I'm not going to take anything away from the rest of the guys on this track.
Right, if this season is anything like last season, I mean, just how close these guys are slinging it around this track is crazy to me. And just how competitive these guys are when it comes to racing each other and how close their times actually are.
Oh, yeah.
Pace car drops down.
And you see a good start. And I tell you what, Pierce got a good start too. Curtis right there, but man, Pierce got a really good start on the outside there with Carroll. That's exactly what he needed. Problem is that car washes up the track. Almost contact. Here comes Zach Edwards into the mix. We got a car on a wall. Oh, that's Christian Pittman. Ouch. And it's a big pile up in the back. Let's go back on the replay here and kind of see what happened there. I think it was all of a checkup up front there. Oh, yeah, you see Pierce kind of spun the tires, but he was able to gather it up and still give Carroll a good run. Oh, little contact sent him up the track, and then Pittman 3 wide. Oh, it didn't take much. He got the wall. And from there, it was just a brutalization. Oh,
The big one at Dover.
yeah. Tell you somebody to watch out for is going to be the Zach Edwards here. If that thing don't start blinking on him again, he could be one that's get up here and spoil the show.
Yeah, but now you got Curtis, who's on the front row, and Pierce down low.
Curtis down there, yeah. And Pierce did what he needed to do on that restart. That's exactly what he needed to do. Hopefully he could get up there. Now, the other thing we haven't been really talking about is, and we saw it right there, and even Carroll has to watch out for it. Tire spin. You can't just hammer that throttle on the start, or you're going to spin those tires huge. So you got to be very careful. And, that's why I think Carroll wasn't able to get a jump out there, even though Pierce might have spun the tires. He had to start off very slow himself. So yeah, you got to be careful now.
And I think something that really comes into factor with that is you don't really flatten out here, Dover. You're always on a bank.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I think
really
that's
hurts too.
I mean, it's a unique track in itself, like you said. Monster Mile, definitely historical track, and seeing how, just looking right here, you can see coming off of the corner onto the straightaway, you're still banking pretty good. Let me actually look it up really quick, see what the banking over here is on the straightaways. I believe it's 4%.
It might be. I'm not 100% sure on it.
Just off the top of my head, I believe it's 4. Let's see here really quick.
There definitely
Okay,
is
so the
difference.
So the turns, you got 24 degrees, and on the straightaways, you got 9.
Okay. So that's a hefty, kind of drop, and you can see it and feel it inside the car.
Oh, just like we were talking about gravity earlier in physics. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The question is, do they single file it out for this restart too, or are they going to stack it up?
Well, that's another thing. They go single file. It definitely helps out Carroll.
Oh, 100%. That's what he wants. This is the ideal situation you got for Chris Carroll right here. I actually think that's what we're going to end up doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Looks
this
like
right
it.
here is kind of not what Pierce and all those guys want to see. It would probably rather seen a little side by side restart.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of the race. Make it exciting.
Oh yeah.
Put them next to each other. I believe that's our gender neutral pace car.
It is.
Ah.
Green flag, green flag.
Back green. You see Pierce is right there. The tire tracks of Curtis.
Flag is out.
That's just what that single file does. Is caution. Carpenter. Try on a replay, see what happened to him. In the green machine right there. And got the back of somebody. And boy, Frank, just that apron. Boom.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was out there doing a Joey imitation. Yeah, and a lot of the long caution laps are because of, obviously, one, it's a mile track. It's a little bit bigger than what we normally are. And two, I think it's 4 laps or 5 laps is what it is. They could bring them down. I don't know who's race adminning, but they could do a 2 lap, 3 lap. I think they can drop it down a lap or 2. A lot of it is because of the big track. Bigger track than what we normally are on.
Yeah, I think this is the longest one I saw on the schedule. I mean, they do have a race at Phoenix.
Yeah. Now, I mean, these cars can go on a little bit longer tracks. Now, obviously, what we see the tour mods that we see on Tuesday nights, which are very, very short tracks. So you're not going to see really anything that's longer than a mile. Most of them are going to be maybe a mile, 3/4, something like that.
But nevertheless, we got 10 laps to go here. Opening race of season 6.
Yes, it is. Five Kings Motorsports, Crooked Line Racing.
Been pretty jam-packed so far. I wonder if they're going to keep the single file. It kind of looks like they are. Maybe. I don't know. Put them next to each other.
That would be the thing, but I think with less than 10 to go, it automatically does single file. I believe.
Oh. Well, that's kind of interesting.
Yep, looks like we're going single file.
Here we go. 8 laps to go when we get back to the stripe and take the green flag. Never mind, the lights are still on. I lied. Didn't see the lights for a second. Got a little excited. What can I say? I'm just excited for the season to start, man.
It is. It's a good race. Good league here. Good guys. I mean, exciting races. And so far, Carroll's out front. If you're Curtis, what do you do? Because you're going to have Pierce right there on you.
Right, and I'm kind of wondering where... I've been trying to pinpoint where they take the green flag. Because... Man, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yep. Here we go. Lights off on a pace car.
Done it. Done it.
I said, all right, this Carroll got enough to hold him off.
Man, I don't know. I think if he gets even the slightest lead, he's going to take this baby home.
Yeah, he's got to get that jump. We'll see what he's got. Pace car's in. He does. He gets a huge jump, and so does Curtis over Pierce. Here comes Edwards.
Right, Pierce not staying with him as much. Looks like Day coming on the inside of Edwards real quick.
Yeah.
Shuts the door.
Edwards able to hang on. Laps winding down. Anybody got anything for Carroll up front? You got Curtis there in second, Pierce in third. Edwards there in fourth. Everybody's kind of single file for the moment. Back here to where Mettler is, who's bounced back up to seventh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kings Motorsports guys right there.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
They're in a
boom.
group
The Baby M.
trying to figure out a way to get up front.
And by Big M, I don't mean Bill Murray.
Yeah. Tanner's been able to move up to ninth. Get Coffee hanging on to that 10th place spot.
Did he bit, by the way? Or no?
He did. He went into pits and got some fuel. Lap
Fill
105.
up the tank.
Carroll right now, if he's got anything left tire-wise, now you flat out use it. Now it's go time.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. He's doing Chris Carroll things out front.
And I think time's just going to run out. Edwards right now, one of the fastest on the track. I think it's just time's going to run out for him. But he's been quick all night long.
He has had a little bit of connectivity issues earlier, but it looks like he's got a handle on it and making it so that he can be competitive in this race, now in that third place spot.
Battle right here around 456. Well, you got a stack full of machines battling nose to tail.
Right, these guys are super close. These guys are going to be duking it out here for the next couple laps. Looks like Day right there on the inside of Pierce with Raymond. Mettler and Sexton right there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, looks like Pierce is just caught on the top side, nowhere to go.
Sometimes with that, you just get shuffled back a little bit. But looks like he's able to close down a little bit right there.
Woo, he made it fit.
Hey, if it fits, it chips, man.
Yeah.
Final lap.
White flag. I always say it don't matter what they do, and he killed himself. That man right there, Carroll. Curtis just not enough time to close in. He comes 3 and 4. Oh, he makes it through them turns. It looks good. Curtis is going to come up. Carroll's going to win it. Edwards, he's going to hang on. He's there. Edwards is going to battle it out and hang on to the 3rd place spot. What a finish to these guys here tonight.
Right, that was a pretty close battle there for that 3rd place spot there coming in those last couple laps. They caught up to Edwards up there pretty quick and almost just swallowed him whole.
Carroll bringing it home, but what a good finish for these guys.
Good way to start off the season here at Dover, man.
Oh, yeah. Waiting for Edwards to pop in here, so we'll bring up 2nd place man, Curtis, and let you get a word with him.
Hey, John, it's Alex up at the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got a pretty strong car. I'd say pretty much the whole night. How you feeling after that awesome season opener here at Dover?
Oh yeah, it's great. I don't run these a lot, so it's a big learning experience. But I absolutely enjoyed this race. Congrats to the 99, and it was fun.
So seeing how you weren't really letting Carroll up there walk away there at the end, if you had a little bit more time, you think you would have been able to catch up to him and give him a run for his money?
I think I could have caught him. Just passing him probably would have been a different story. But it's hard to pass here anyways, and he was so quick, and I felt like I was gaining a little bit on him at the end, but I think it was turn 2. I hit the apron a little bit, got loose, so last lap. So, but it was fun, learning experience. But we'll figure it out.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that's what you call a learning experience. Sign me up too, because you brought her home in 2nd place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to for this awesome finish at the season opener here tonight?
Yes, sir. Runts Racing, Get Money, CSI, Wheelhouse Industries. Thank all y'all. I appreciate it. We'll try to get a win here shortly.
Heck yeah, man. Well, congratulations coming out here, showing up, putting on a good show for us at the beginning of this season 6 here. So congratulations again, man. Bringing her home 2nd place.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
There you go, John Curtis, like you said, bring it home, and not seeing Edwards anywhere.
I haven't seen him either.
We'll go. Oh, there he is.
Where he is?
I can't. Tanner, if somebody's listening, I can't move Edwards from the public down here. Have him drop down in the league race thing for me. For some reason I can't pull him out of the public. Let me see if I can't type. What's in my... Alright, I told him to jump into the league channel. Well, let's bring the winner down here real quick. We'll just talk with him. Chris, Joe White in the booth, got a copy?
I have a big fat copy, Joe White.
Man, I tell you what, well, you got out front, but you didn't get the clear sailing that you normally get. But how was some of those cautions towards the end there? Were they helping or hurting you?
I honestly think I think they helped me a little bit. I think it cooled my tires down. I used a lot of my car up getting to the front, I think, more than I wanted. And I think Jason Day and a few guys that either pitted later or done a better job of not killing their stuff. So I think they helped me a little bit. I'm not sure. I guess we'll never find out if they'd have caught me or not.
Well, right now, I mean, you definitely had it out front there. We're used to see you come from the back to the front. Tonight, just kind of out front all there. But, you know, Edwards just kind of having that blinking issue. Was he? How tough was he to get around, though, when he wasn't having those issues?
He was pretty quick there. He got out front there for a bit, and I thought, I'm going to ride behind him and see how fast he is. And, that one restart, he got out to like a 12-second lead because none of us knew he had gone. He disappeared, stepped on the throttle, and he was in turn 3 before we'd realized he took off.
And, you know, when we talked, I know some guys talked before the race, they talked about, overdriving the car or something, and we thought maybe that might be something he might do. But do you think he was just that much faster?
I'm not sure I should divulge all my secrets, Joe White. I think he was pretty fast. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, I know I was listening to a lot of guys before the race. I was listening to their times. A lot of guys were talking about how tires tonight were really a factor, and if you overdrove the car and so forth and so on. But hey, man, nonetheless, you were able to get up there, look strong, put it in victory lane. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast here. And I was just joking. Yeah, the tires were a big deal. I got to thank USAFirearms.com always. We got Pit Lizard Performance, and we got to thank my interview's horrible tonight. We got to get this right, Joe. I got to thank Joshua Sexton, and we got a new one. I was going to ask you about the kids and wife. We talk a lot, but we got Joshua Sexton, and we got Tanner Marr, who really, really work hard to put this on. So we got to thank those guys too. They put their heart and soul into this deal.
Absolutely, man. And I tell you, and you know what? You talk about secrets. I know these guys out here be like, well, any kind of secret, we're definitely going to listen when Carol talks, because you definitely fast week in and week out. Kick the season off with a win. Again, congratulations on that run tonight, Chris.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it, man. Hopefully talk to you again soon.
There we go, Chris Carroll looking strong. Well, let's bring up the second place man here. Let's get a word with him, or third place man, get a word with him here, Alex.
Hey, Zach, it's Alex up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, so you get a pretty fast car the entirety of the race, and then it looks like you got a little blinky out there, but it looks like you got a hold of it. How you feeling after that season opener tonight at Dover?
Overall, it was a pretty good race. I don't know about the connection issues, but I had to sort through that, so I lost a lot of track position. I didn't get to take tires like I wanted to, so I thought a third was a pretty good run.
Heck yeah, man. Season opener, bringing her home third place, overcoming that connectivity issue. Did you think you were ever going to make it back up there after you lost that position you were talking about earlier?
There was a couple times I was wondering, but we were able to make it work with all the late cautions there, and just fell right back to us.
Right, and it worked out definitely very well for you, bringing her home third place tonight in Dover for the first race of season 6. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thank tonight, man?
I'd just like to thank you guys and Cricket Line for putting this on. It's a pretty fun race, and just appreciate y'all having me.
Heck yeah, man. Well, congratulations again. Third place finish, overcoming some connectivity issues, but making it work and having a super fast car. Look forward to seeing you out there next week, man.
I appreciate it. Look forward to it.
There you go. Third place guy, Zach, like you said, overcome a little bit of diversity tonight. I'll get it out. And still coming home with a good finish. So, well, folks, that kicks off the season for the Five Kings Motorsports Cricket Line Racing. Super late models here tonight. Check us out tomorrow night. We got tour mods here for these guys. Before myself and everyone here, have a good night.